7-0 49ers. Bears are in Niners territory for the first time. And on second down, Fields has a man right in his face as he turns the corner, turns it upfield, and gets a first down. So third down and long. A twist up front, able to collapse the pocket. Fields keeps it alive. Has a wide open Pettis. And now Pettis down the sideline and in. Improvisation and a touchdown from 51. The beneficiary of Justin Fields' athleticism keeps the play alive. You can only cover for so long, and there he was. Bears on the board. 51 yards. Fields to Pettis. All on Fox and the Fox Sports app. Drive begins with a throw from Fields, who's got a wide open Pringle. And the first reception in a Bears uniform for Byron Pringle. Play action. Fields given time. End zone. Touchdown. St. Brown. And would you believe this? The Bears lead in the fourth quarter.
Are such a key part in blocking in these offenses, so watch Equanimeous St. Brown sell this down inside, and then he gets lost. And actually, Justin Fields had either Equanimeous St. Brown or
out of the Chicago timeout. It's 2nd and 10. Montgomery back to Fields, who throws the intermediate route that is caught by Equanimeous St. Brown, the former Packer, on the run to the 25-yard line, gain of 30 for Chicago. 12 more rushing yards than last week already for Montgomery. From the 3, it's Fields on the edge to the corner and in for the touchdown. Justin Fields takes care of it himself, and the Bears score first.
Quarterback tank coming out here on the edge, and if you're a defensive back, you really don't want a whole lot of this guy when he gets up ahead of steam. Good job by Montgomery out there. What I like least that he's doing right now is that, and I think he may have gotten a free penalty.
Here's a pass in the middle that is caught to the 31-yard line. Ryan Griffin, the tight end, with the catch. A Bear is injured on the play.
Arizona. 3rd down and 9. Fields has time. Looking deep. Not there. Bernard chasing him. Fields eludes him. Fields is going to take off. Fields has room to run. He's got the first down into Houston territory and out of bounds.
That matches up against him. Which guy on your team is over 6'3", 230 pounds and runs 4.5 in the 4?
Fields to a wide open Cole Kmet, and he finally has his first catch of the season. Big play here, 3rd and 6. Fields looking left, pump fakes, now over the middle, wide open Kmet. First down for the Bears. A 16-yard gain for the tight end. Thumb surgery in the preseason, but starting to feel a little bit better as Fields. Dangerous pass is caught over the middle. Mooney brings it in for a first down.
And the struggles there to create separation has really made it hard on Justin Fields.
2nd down and 8. He'll look to throw for the first time. Zips one for a first down. Perfect throw to Darnell Mooney. 2 of the first 3 plays, passes. He's given all day. This is where he's really been dynamite. He runs for a first down into New York territory. 2 picks. He fumbled a couple times as well. He's going to throw here. Much more aggressive to begin. A deep ball for Mooney. Oh, what a shot! Perfectly thrown and hauled in. Job in Michael Badgley. And it'll be a 52-yarder from here. Field steps up, takes off, needs the 25, lowers the shoulder to get it. Fighting through Tay Crowder for the final couple. John Ward joining Ojulari and Thibodeau. On 3rd and long, Fields given time, he's got Mooney. Soft spot in that defense, into Giants territory.
2 timeouts, they'll get the ball to start the second half. This is a huge drive for Justin Fields. Taking a shot for Darnell Mooney. What a catch! Absolutely incredible from Darnell Mooney. A one-handed 39-yard grab. Fake it to Montgomery. Fields Good touch pass, and it is Equanimeous St. Brown hauling it in at the Minnesota 46. Little pop pass. Velus Jones. This is what he can do. And Velus Jones is in for his first NFL touchdown.
From the 23-yard line on first down. Fields, play fake, throws, caught. Speaking of Mooney, there he is.
You try to adjust Fields or allow Fields to maybe his skill set to run a different kind of a system in an attack.
They're 0 for 5 on third down. They're 3rd and 6 here. Fields is going to take off. And Fields to the 40-yard line. Deep downfield, and it is going to be caught for a touchdown. Dante Pettis threw it over Kendall Fuller, but Fields is down. Scoring plays reviewed. Here's Pettis. Great catch.
Like he got them both as long as he has possession.
Lucas Patrick back in the game at left guard. He was shaken up at the end of the third as Fields hangs in there, breaks away, and that's what he does so well. Little over a minute, no timeouts for Chicago. Fields rolling left. First down and a lot more. Fields is inside the 20. Takes it to the 6.
They had struggled in goal-to-go situations. The Bears went 0 for 3 against Washington. Fields takes off. Left side, he's in. Touchdown, Bears.
Here you got Miles Bryant. He's the guy who's going to come up and try to make a play. And Justin Fields puts his foot right in the ground, gets north and south, and takes it.
2-0 as a starter and just got the Patriots in the end zone. Here's Fields now trying to answer, gets a block out on the edge. Blitz. Fields throws to Herbert. Has blocking, has a touchdown. That is a blitz beater. Braxton Jones threw that good block.
Yeah, Dietrich Wise, he's trying to block the pass, and he goes up, and Fields, the way he's able to navigate him.
See, he's making up for that.
Yeah, he sure is. That knocked him out of field goal range.
3rd down and 14. Fields in trouble. Able to pick his way through. Takes off. First down. What a play by Justin Fields.
On 2nd down, off the play action. Fields using those legs. We saw a lot of this in Foxborough and down inside the Dallas 40-yard line. One of the top pass rushers in the NFL. Pressure on Fields, using the legs again, and getting a first down again into the red zone.
When they got to the tight red zone, they just couldn't get it going.
This is the play that got Fields a touchdown last week. He does it again today in Dallas, and the Bears are on the board.
And that's why this is so hard. It's 11 on 11. Look at the eyes. He's looking over that way, just checking to see what it looks like. Really nice job by Braxton Jones. Equanimeous St. Brown coming down and pinning Micah Parsons. That allows Braxton Jones to get out front and be the...
Fields protected, throws to Harry, and he's in for the touchdown. N'Keal Harry back in the scoring book. His first Bears score.
There's Kelvin Joseph right here. Now he has no help to the left. He is playing heavy outside leverage in that coverage.
Fields keeps it. Gets away from the first wave of DeMarcus Lawrence and has the first down yet again. Chicago with 197 rushing yards in this game. Fake to Herbert. Fields to the end zone. He's got Cole Kmet. And has he finally done it? Cole Kmet with his first touchdown since December of 2020.
And this is going to be a nice little stepping stone. We've seen Justin Fields miss down in this area, this type of play, wide open receivers, and just kind of sail it a little.
Looking drive by Chicago began at their 25 at the 19 of Miami, 1st and 10. And here goes Phillips chasing the quarterback. Come out again with a block and a touchdown. And the block from Equinemy is St. Brown. 18-yard touchdown pass.
Bears catch Phillips. Jalen Phillips on the edge. This is just a straight naked play. Naked means there's no lineman and no player coming out into the flat to give an indication that it's going to be sealed on the backside.
3rd down and 8. Big play. Fields a run for 17. Back he goes. Here comes Chubb. There goes the ball. Touchdown! Mooney! What a grab! And he beat Xavier Howard. What a throw! A terrific catch by Darnell Mooney. And the Bears are back in business.
The way he stands in the pocket, he's got pressure. He takes a hit as he's throwing. But watch the location of this ball. Perfect location, good adjustment.
Jones the block at the left tackle. Time for Fields. Now he'll accelerate and get the 1st down and break tackles, and he's off to the races. Oh, he got a terrific block down there by Mooney. He's in for 6. 61-yard touchdown run by the quarterback, Justin Fields.
Well, and this is why Matt Eberflus and
he's got him. That's 2 points. Trayvon Wesco. And it's a 3-point game. Montgomery with Blasingame. 1st and goal. The fake and a good one to the end zone. Komet touchdown. His 2nd today. 4-yard touchdown pass. Where is this season going? We traded 2 of our better defensive players. This is how the Bears respond.
That's a scary, long day for the Lions.
He'll run on 1st down. A scary start for the Lions as Fields motors across midfield before he's ushered out by Kirby Joseph. So the Bears use their 2nd timeout. The 15th play of this drive is 3rd and goal. Mooney in motion.
Mooney in the flat.
Fields pumps. Flag down. Fields breaks the tackle. Fields on the scramble. Fields in for the touchdown.
Are you kidding me?
Justin Fields, a magician in Chicago. There's an injured bear in the end, or an injured lion in the end zone. Deshaun Elliott down in the end zone. It's a touchdown for the Bears on a magnificent play from Fields. 1st and goal. Fields on the run, throwing for the end zone. Komet leaping high to pull it in for a Bears touchdown.
Watch him. They've run so much quarterback sneak, and Komet's going to make it look like he's blocking out here on the perimeter. Watch him. 85. I'm blocking, and then sneaks by. He's got it all working today.
2nd and 1. Fields setting up, looking deep. Komet wide open. He's got it. Cole Komet to the house. 50-yard Bears touchdown. Chicago is rolling. Fields to Komet, the 2nd time today that they have hooked up. And Cole Komet and the Bears celebrate. And now on 3rd down, Fields will yank it, and there's room to run for Fields. Fields,
baby.
Turn it on the speed. Fields on the angle, trying to outrace Okuda, and he'll beat him to the goal line for the touchdown.
Oh, wow. He's already the leading rusher on 3rd downs.
Big way.
And watch this.
67 yards for the touchdown.
I love the read there. He's reading to Anzalone off the edge, number 34. But I love that they put somebody out in front of Fields also. It makes it difficult.
Yeah, Fields has run for a 1st down on 3rd down 27 times this year. He'll throw to the end zone. He's got a wide open man and a touchdown to Darnell Mooney.
OPI, there's nothing going on there. the way that offensive coordinators and play callers
will continue to ride the wave of Justin Fields, but to some wins. He's got the ball with blockers ahead, and he's got a touchdown. Untouched into the end zone. So Justin Fields, a passing touchdown, and now a rushing touchdown today.
And you get down blocks, and then the offensive line is coming around. You got Braxton Jones, Cole Kmet out front. David Montgomery.
Excellent job by him. First contact wins, shoving people around.
Fields, oh, what a move to move past Nixon. And Justin Fields ahead of the field and gone. What a run.
And this is just beautiful. Pinch here, coming off the edge. You've got it lit up. No, you don't. Because you know what? Number one is a better athlete than you. He's like Globo, Jim. I'm better than you, and I know it. And he just makes a guy miss in Nixon and just goes to the house. They've done a phenomenal job to this point defending those routes.
Bears get the ball back, and Justin Fields is looking for Equinemius St. Brown. First and goal, Chicago. Yards per game allowed the last few weeks. Much better in the second half for Green Bay so far on the defensive end. Now trying to contain Fields. Looking for N'Keal Harry! What a catch! Inside the Packer 30 as he beats Jair Alexander.
It's his third consecutive double-digit sack season. Fields moves in the pocket and gets away. Justin Fields takes off, turns a sack into a big gain and a first down. Justin Fields, otherworldly, stays in, steps out at the 9. You get a bunch of guys like that. 3rd and 5 here. Pressure coming. Fields whips it outside to Montgomery. His second touchdown. Bears take advantage of the takeaway.
Downfield with Velus Jones.
Another one of those walk-in touchdowns today. Pretty good day for him. 13 of 20 through the air. He's also run for 95 yards, crossing 1,000 for the year. Evades pressure here. And Fields has a wide open Pringle, blown coverage and a touchdown, and the Bears not dead yet. Wood broken loose.
And again, it's that opportunity where he's scrambling, and earlier in the year, does he kind of take the 8 yards? This time, he's scanning down the field. I mean, you can see him looking inside, looking outside. All of a sudden, right at the last second, as he breaks back out, he sees Byron Pringle uncovered down by the goal line.
Pringle's got his second touchdown in a Bears uniform.
3rd and goal. Fields throwing this side of the field, wide open for the touchdown. Dante Pettis.
Goes inside, you see Johnson, he stays in the flat. That's an easy ball for Pettis, and again, what an impressive drive.
Making some plays to take the ball away.
Fields with time, gonna go deep. And the catch is made inside the 25-yard line. Velus Jones with the catch.
Love the way that he's really seeing the game now, playing very aggressive against the run and doing a good job.
Kmet took the snap, tosses it back, and Fields picks up a first down and more. Finally tackled at the Lions. Herbert remains in the backfield, 3rd and 2. Fields looks to throw. He does. Wide open is Kmet. And he takes it in for a Bears touchdown. Another opening drive score for Chicago.
And you have man defense, and you know that this is the issue that the Panthers gave the Detroit Lions when they were playing them last week. What happens is stop the run, get back to some of their winning ways.
3rd down and 4. Fields under pressure, takes off, picks up the first down across midfield, still going. Justin Fields inside the 20, down to the 10,
and finally brought down at the Lions' 8-yard line.